and how much?
It's a big question. A lot of the time, Una reverse cards thrown back at you. But it's time for the final map of this series. Acend versus FPX, the one which could determine, the one which will determine who will pay for a chance to contend for Masters, or who will be going home today. Snakebite right at the feet of the attacking side. FPX trying to get onto this A site, but Acend quickly responding to the back end. Spike getting planted, but it's still Zipan to open things up. Artist as well. It's 2 kills for FPX, none for Acend.
Yeah, not a first hit at all, and that makes it quite problematic in my eyes right now. Zipan is going to be eliminated. That's at least something. Monster tried to push through Tube, made that work, and suddenly we're in a 3 versus 3. They're not close to the side, but it's equal at this point in time.
Ooh, timing for Monster didn't quite work out. Shao getting a better end of it, which means FPX now are on top of numbers and are also taking a lot of positions off of this site. So he gets to catching both of God. Now that's the guy you want to start things off of very strongly here for FPX. 1-0.
And if they change out the pistol immediately from taking the mid control to directly going for a mid to B setup, and you saw Acend was somewhat ready with that, with the snake bite that was landing, but it still wasn't enough. It simply wasn't enough, and they've gotten the side control. And so we are left with a 1-0 for Acend. Pardon, 1-0 for FPX. Pardon me. What was I thinking?
Yeah, living in a different universe.
I wasn't thinking. And either way, no, it's going to be quite exciting, because once more, let's recap, because we don't often see a Euro, Pablos, right? Yes. It was a lot of chamber on elbow work, it was a lot of fade on B main, and they were running executes quite swiftly in Byron. So it was like, we're executing, boom. And you know, a Euro can be confusing because you don't see it very often, but I mean, a lot of pro teams by now have adapted to it. A few are playing it, not too many.
I mean, one of the key sort of teams that have adapted to it was on Icebox versus Fnatic yesterday, right?
Yeah, but Fnatic is for me a different beast. Fnatic is an absolute machine at this point. And Acend still need to find themselves, right? This is the first time we see VAC IGL in VCT. This is Monster, first time in VCT. There's a lot of pressure situations. Monster is going to be the first one falling, just talking about him. But CNET has something to say as always.
And he gets out of there as well. Doesn't really take too much damage out of it. VAC as well, chiming in. Speaking of the devil, keeping things square a bit. But of course, the heavy dedication in mid with the longer ranged weaponry for the FPX side will favor them, therefore happy to stick around there. But look at Stark, so if they go towards him,
30 seconds left.
It could at least be a trade at this point.
He has the perfect weapon.
Oh, this is perfect! And we'll be able to get away.
Smart.
Oh, he gets
Smart.
away. So smart. Goes in for some more damage. Shao just softened up a little bit, but let's see what the rest of them can do. Seen it from the back end and might be perfect. Oh no! Misses the shot. Again, a guiding light. Oh, it's uncomfortable. Oh, they end up falling all across the board. And Shao to get the final kill as FPX to go 2-0.
At the one time you do not see CNET being ice cold in a round that could have turned it in favor of Acend. Ridiculous, but I mean, it was still quiet, hefty, quiet, expensive on the Fun Plus Phoenix side. So it's the power up. It is the point in time where Acend go for the full buy. And with the Fate holding B together with Neon, it is not something FPX is looking for. Their eyes are peeled towards the side of A, as you see right here. And obviously, Angel, we always look at the Euro, very keen to take the mid control. Or fake it out, pardon me.
Fake it out.
No, he doesn't fake it out.
Take it.
You never know with this Euro.
You never know. And neither do Acend.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Artist are going to be on this way up. I mean, Tube is such a pivotal point. But first of all, the fight doesn't go in the favor.
Uncomfortable.
That's a very unusual one for CNET, isn't it?
And for the fact that he had a Phantom and he was up against a Sheriff. It's a free rifle gathered. Starkso looking to move in. He's got reinforcements for good reason, but they need to check it in time. They need to realize that there's a wraparound happening now towards this A site. And I think they're just a little bit too late to the party. Oh, dear. Well, that gets it done, which means they've stabilized. But now they know that the A site is about to begin. Monster realizes that is a decoy still. Has to sustain the position. Zeke in trouble, ends up falling, which means Monster is the only defender here. Won't be able to recover his position in time. Artist takes him out of the equation, and that's FPX on top of the numbers and with site control.
From the HP perspective, Zipan doesn't survive very long, but he still has too many mates surviving and making this work. So considering to even save this would be an opportunity, but not happening.
No, Starks are looking to move in here.
And look on bridge.
Slowly but surely, Angel as well, behind. Oh,
hello?
Okay, well, at least Artis gets it done.
Yeah.
Back's position completely telegraphed. Artis with a quadra. FPX on 3, Acend with no.
And this is very interesting, because FPX is not that execute heavy as we've seen previous in the last time around. So, it's making it kind of exciting. It really is. Oh boy. 3-0 for FPX. The money is growing, their bank accounts filling up, their wallet's getting thicker and thicker, and here it comes. Clear indicator of a B execute, clear indicator, and we're gonna see that Euro is making it towards backside very early on with the executes they do, so let's see what they have up. Nothing. Actually, easy as that.
Yeah, CNED won't be getting anything out of it as well, so FPX actually carrying on the momentum of the previous map.
Yeah, there it goes. Towards half wall, he's teleporting, or making a fake.
Yeah, that's a fake. But Artis is still there anyway, so it doesn't even matter. 3 kills for Artis, they're just adding it up right now. Zeke, all that remains, but he's just waiting for the inevitable, really. He's definitely going to die at this point. No way they gift him his life, especially at such a close proximity. Looking for a head, unable to find it. Artis, 2 rounds, 4 kills on both of them. And 4 rounds on the board as well.
You saying? And so, Acend just finally have to get a round on the board. With the bye coming up next, it's going to be kind of interesting to see what they do. For example, will they contest middle a lot more? Because we've seen in the previous few rounds where there was not such a discrepancy of bye, that middle is a room that Angel likes to take a lot with the Euro abilities he has. So it could be the opportunity that he changes that up. And there you see it, right? Acend directly taking mid control, denying that. But that is... Whoa!
That's a brawler.
So important.
Yeah, the timing's so rough for Angel there. But it's an important opener for Acend. And CNED once again takes full control over mid. They're not relenting. Unrelentless, really, because look how Zeke is moving in as well, not letting go of this position, but he's all by himself, which means there's no trade game here for them, and an opportunity for FPX to turn it around.
What an unusual whiff by him, but look at it, they're taking a big aggression.
The stun! He stunned himself! Which means he can't push in so aggressively. Zipan to the other side of the corner.
What?
He gets both! The stars align! And Shower chimes in as well!
What are the odds? This guy, I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. He's spraying, and the one was surely not intended. But from bad luck to unfortunate events, Monster can be the only one turning this around. 2 more players surviving, 30 and 72 points of health, make it 102 overall. Possibility is there, Pavlos, but he has to run. He has to find everything. He has to make it all work. It's a miracle if Monster performs that one. Because you see right there, Zippin is playing close the door, can play it over bridge. It's not necessarily planted for him, but he still has the fragment.
Monster. All down to you. This seemed to be Acend's round with 2 picks at the start. But the time is ticking.
Xiao has his ult as well, so
Xiao
it's
is
done.
wrapped around as well. Monster, you've got no chance here. You're a dead man walking. And Xiao will make sure a bullet at the back of the skull was the way you fall. 5-0 for FPX. This round must be heartbreaking for Acend.
Listen. Watch it. Just watch it. No, yeah, I mean, this is good as well. It's a very good still, but no, ain't happening. All right. The matter of fact, because you saw them pushing out B main and they were doing everything right. Starkso was walling up, so he can't be seen throughout the other side spot. All right. Great job. He was stunning into the stairs off the window. Awesome. Really, Starks are everything right. Here we go. Here we go. And then...
I don't think he even meant to kill back there.
How often... Is this like as likely as a double rainbow? Or Haas winning a race?
Yeah, that's not likely.
Nah, right. That's what I basically said. So... It's wonderful stuff from FPX, really, because you saw it right there. Acend was taking an aggressive stance at the beginning of the rounds towards mid and be like, okay, see you later, Angel. And that was what I was looking for. Don't respect them in mid.
This has got really... This must hurt so much for Acend.
I mean, particularly after winning it by 2 rounds in Icebox. They could have already been, like, sleeping.
They could be looking forward to the next match.
Or that, alternatively.
Both. I mean, right now, FPX seem to be holding all of the cards and Acend. Drawing close to dead.
Yep.
Still a long way to go, though. Still the first 5 rounds, and Vac start things off strong. Still traded through and quickly changing the tide of things as we get to an Angel, get themselves a hand on their opponents, is bringing Zipan back to life. And the rest will just be history. CNED, Door to 4, something found at least, getting their way out of there.
Oh.
Have they read this play correctly?
Yeah, they have. They realize they are not directly entering sight, so something is off.
Oh, he needed that kill.
He would have his ult, technically.
Care behind him. Artis is there. But who's reading on who? Artis! What a flick!
Who else, Pavlos?
And now surely you must expect that the rotation has commenced for CNED. Angel moving in. At least he can deny the spike plant coming in from doors. You can't miss that, CNED!
It's him.
Second time's a charm, but he's got 1 bullet and he's up against 2. One of them has to be a pistol kill. Unless he's able to close up the gap and find himself a rifle.
1 bullet, by the way. And look at that. He needs to find that one.
He will not.
He will not.
6-0 for FPX. We wouldn't expect much from Acend with their buy capabilities that round, but it's starting to really hurt. The pressure is really mounting.
It gives me Haven vibes. It gives me the Haven vibes. Just reverse teams, you know? Where absolute confidence and absolute strength is being witnessed.
Where did that Acend go?
I mean, it is easy to say, hold on, why are they not that good anymore? But obviously, FPX... I can tell you actually what it is. FPX could not prepare for Haven. They couldn't prepare a single bit. And on the other 2, they could. So, as easy as that. But here it comes, disrespecting the control you want to take, Storksa with the entry. That could finally be that glimpse of hope. And as Acend have mid control, have elbow control, have now with the Seeker B control, they don't know necessarily about Zippin, it looks like a very possible round to me, Pavlos.
It's a good start.
Oh, absolutely.
Although we've seen them with a 2-man advantage and still falling flat. Cannot exclude FPX at all right now. Stark, sorry.
It's so weird.
Thankfully for him, knows that, okay, I've let the right clone pass me.
And so much information, but look the long way that the Seekers take. So Angel has his ult.
Okay, well, he's moving up into mid. Look how far deep he's heading into it. And spending a TP towards the B side, that's interesting. Angel, they're going to be wary of this position. They know he's there, but the pressure he's putting onto Acend right now is massive.
And how many players are putting attention towards him? Vac knows how close he is, spotted, and cannot find the kill. That's B-side control.
Crucial. And now FPX seem to be back online. Not only that, but in control. Looking to move in here. Starksa with the right opportunity. Should we get to left behind to close out the rotations? Acend seem lost. They're even trying to shut down Suigetsu before it's too late. Suigetsu stand up, but still alive. Finding cover. CNED struggling to find the kill. Starksa finally kills him, but look at the time he's brought Zeke on and off angle, looking for reinforcements, but the rest of his team were on a mission to shut down the player in mid, and now are late to find their way onto the site, meaning that Zeke is now dead. And they've realized there's no more time to recover the positions of FPX and kill them. They're going to have to hand this over, put their hands up and wave a white flag. This round is over for Acend, and it's the 7th for FPX.
Listen, Acend once more got an entry in the round, seemed to have the right control, a Viper ult in front of A. Man, it was looking possible. And FPX really played this by the book. Angel's ult had so much impact, so much information, the teleport on site in combination with the Sova. I more and more understand why they like the combination of Sova at this point. It feels so smooth. The layers they have are ridiculous and remarkable. And one thing that also stands out to me, FPX is way less execute heavy than they've been in the previous game. I said it a few rounds ago as well, but now it becomes more and more present.
Take flight.
It seemed Acend may wanted to go a little bit aggressive over into K, but that won't be happening. Instead, they'll be greeted by firepower towards mid. Angel quickly finding the kill to Stark, so Monster also had to fall. This is looking one-sided for FPX, but Zeke looking to stop it. At least he'll try. Seen it there to assist, but look at the wraparound now towards mid. Full deep mid control for them. There's only one defender. That's the B main player. Vac has got to do it all by himself, and unfortunately for the Acend side, there's Angel trying to hold off these rotations, looking to move in. But Vac, can he hold it back in time? He's got the judge.
Oh, his teammate's distraction.
Oh, Zeke is there, but no, Shao gets the kill. And now he's just too far off from the judge to have any impact.
And he draws him away. He draws him away. And CNET needs to find the kill.
And so he gets so deep into spawn. CNET, no way you expect that.
The matter of fact that Vac seemed to have the spike delivered on a silver platter, but a shot from Zeke drawing the attention away. It's a butterfly effect to a certain extent. 8-0 for FPX. It's an absolute slaughter that we are witnessing. And there you witness it again. What looked like a quite instantaneous play at the beginning of the game turned out to be a casual default that was turned around to be wherever you want to be. First, it looked like B, made the decision again, going towards A. The game plan from FPX is working magnificently, and Acend have no antidote to this. Not at all. One of the few times you might see a fast execute, and it's funny, FPX is really playing it safe in the enemy's economies / force buys with full-on executes. Always when the enemy has a force, always full-on execute.
There's a hero vandal play for Acend as well, sort of relying on Vac to do a lot of work here. Monster, one quick kill goes his way, but quickly traded. You want the hell more than that. CNET, though, might be able to bring it back home. As I said, there is a Vandal into the hands of Vac, so not all too impossible, but they need to come in quickly, overwhelm them with numbers. Haunt coming its way through. Angel no longer having the ability to hear, but there's still a player on site. That's Shao that has all options alive. Overdraft from Stark, so and Angel getting a double kill. Turnaround is there. Zeke without a chance. Vac neither. FPX not dropping a single round so far in Breeze.
They have not lost a player in the afterplant. With the opponents using such ults, Acend seemed to be emotionally broken. Like, really, the motivation lacking, and the worst part is, Pavlos, there is no more timeout. Acend would be eliminated at this point. Acend would be a team that has not attended a single offline event this year after winning champions.
After being the best goddamn team in the world.
Sure, they've done roster changes, and that is obviously something that needs its time. Don't get me wrong, you need to respect them for that. FPX is a unit that stands together for such a long time.
With an org with such a history,
yeah,
with a core,
the best IGL, one of the best IGLs in the world.
Ceiling. This has got to be heartbreaking. Poison Cloud doesn't reach the trademark either, gives away the position, but they still run away with a kill, so he gets to turn his attention towards it. Angel as well. Okay, it's getting a little bit awkward here, but they're still stabilized to a 3-on-3 Stark, so just showed his position. He could have been such a massive caveat. They know where Artis is, which means they can play around it. The only unknown is Shao right now.
They have won those rounds, though, without any issue.
This should be an Acend win.
Yeah. But how often did we say that?
FPX, oh, you can't count them out. They've been able to move into the B site, and there's no way of Acend knowing. It's going to be a post-plant scenario for them.
Now they know.
Well, definitely, but it's too late, right?
30 seconds left.
Trying to see if the entirety of the site is open, but here comes a spike. It goes down. We're looking at tier 3 with Artis having a very, very aggressive position over towards spawn. He needs to catch his attention towards Zeke, but Zeke reads it first, and Artis falls. Had his knife out at the wrong time. Shower with all to do.
And he can. He's usually so calm and collected.
How can he find them one by one? The stun is perfect. There's nothing you could do that.
Finally.
Just quickly, smoothly slides in. And as you say it, finally, Acend find a round in this game.
It was about damn time for them. It was really about damn time for them. And you see it right there, the contest in middle finally got them what they wanted. A 9-3 is something you can work with. Is it ideal? No, obviously not, but it's better than nothing. And you have to see it like this. This is a long history of Acend beating FPX. I mean, sure, in the recent times, the last one we had was just a few days ago on the 5th week, but outside of an early 2021 performance, FPX have never taken down Acend. Not once. Not once. And one thing we have to highlight, though, is that this is the way stronger side of FPX, right? The last time around, it was a 9-3 as well. So let's see what Acend can do to slam those brakes.
Ooh, Monster. That's a double.
There you go.
There you go. That's something. So he gets to able to trade it back a little bit, but still the damage has been done, right? We're talking about a 2-on-4. Acend wouldn't mind to close up this gap a little bit. 9-3, at least have the cursed narrative going for them, but still such a mountain to climb. But at least they can gain some confidence towards the latter stage of this half.
And it was a really good read by Acend to take aggressive tube control, because this is something FPX has been taking time and time again. Smart move by Monster. And it should be impossible at this point.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, sure, right? I mean, they can dare. From an economic perspective, they can dare. So they'll take the risk.
Of course. Seen it, though. They're absent this game.
Charlton Eddington.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, he's not going to miss that shot.
No. Too easy for him.
He saw him as well, so they know exactly where he's coming from. Oh,
hold on.
Okay,
hold on.
All of a sudden,
Look
this is
where they are.
From a 1-on-4 to 1-on-2, the spike can go down.
It's not you cannot tell me that he can do that.
Can he get away? Can he isolate them? Shao, if he picks him off, they're waiting to move in together.
Oh,
that
God.
could be ahead.
One more.
Draw it down in 1-on-1, but unable to get back into safety. Vac is able to retrieve it, but damn, that was close.
Who else than Xiao? Who else than Xiao? He has been proven to be so good under the leadership of Angel, taking the IGL role temporarily as well. And he is a pillar of the strength of FPX. And if this would become a 3-9 half, we would have a big deja vu, I can tell you that. It would be exactly the same as the game that happened 9 days ago. So FPX taking a timeout to really make sure, really make sure that they're winning this. Because the last 2 rounds by Acend, one was won by, an artist having his knife out and suddenly a 1v3. The other one was won by Monster doing a great decision by taking a bit more of an aggressive stance towards Tube. And so it goes. I would really love to hear what Acend is about to talk about, but leave that one aside. When we take a look on the minimap, the interesting part, though, will be, Pavlos, if FPX directly dares to do one of their B-side executes again, because this is what they're positioned for. They're putting a few dots down on the minimap in their spawn. Could this be an Acend rotation they're anticipating?
I don't know, man. I think the only thing that I can gather from this is that the fact that FPX's willingness to go for a timeout already is a testament to how willing they are to give it their all.
Oh, yeah.
Not giving their all, but the seriousness of closing this one out as quickly as possible. No nonsense.
And this is a statement of intent. Angel is a craftsman who cannot blame his tools at this point anymore.
Isolate
and his tools are sharp. Man, they're working really well today. But there you have it. B-side execute.
Viper's Pit, utilized very early.
Oh.
But they may be finding an entry from elsewhere. Seen it, open things up. Artist is down. He's onto the site. Faking out towards the Viper's Pit. That can allow a flash. That could be so big. That could allow Zippin to move in, but I think they've realized that as a clone. But Angel is already on the site, and Monster is able to find it just in time. Zippin ends up falling as well. Vac with a spray down.
And that's
down to Xiao and Suigetsu, and it seems that Acend have got full control unless Suigetsu finds a magical spray down through that Viper's Pit, but I'm afraid...
Oh, I mean,
that's just too difficult.
It's Suigetsu and Xiao. This is where I'm still kind of scared, but you're right.
If it's any duo to do it, it's these two.
It very much is. And Stark goes out, but we have to talk about time. 45 seconds, 2 players hiding in the ult.
Step in the right direction.
It's not. This has to be a fairy tale for FPX if they make it into double digit. Nah, never mind.
Oh,
Never mind.
monster. Okay, he's
Perfect.
on point this round.
Yeah,
he's
perfect
on
decision.
point this round. 9-3. Ascend at least get 3
Switching sides.
in succession to end off this half.
And let me tell you a story, right? I hope you're down for that. Ascent, even though this was the same scoreline the last time around, he made it at least a 9-13. FPX was struggling big time on defense, like big time. So let's see what they have for us, because their defense was really not ruling much space. That was one thing. They were not doing that too much. Further on, if we talk about their defense, they had good mid-round TPs. That was nice from Angel. Such things are good, but they were not really taking any initiative. So let's see if that changed, because FPX are looking sharp as ever. Same pistol round. I think this is the same pistol round they played before.
Does look like it.
Yep.
Just moving in. Looking to slide by. Let's see if they can close up this gap and make the curse of 9-3 come alive. So he gets into the back end here. He sees some movement, gives the call to Zipan to move up a little bit closer. Quickly shredded. Seen it finding himself onto the scoreboard. Zipan struggling to find a shot there. That's troubling. FPX though on top right now. All they have to do is do the trade game, and it seems they're able to do that. Monster, all that remains, and they know exactly where he is. That could have been dangerous, but it's not. Angel recovers. FPX on double digits. Exactly what they wanted to close out this game. The silence right there, Zesh. That is Ascend.
Yep, it very much is. Man, Ascend was fighting and showing what they're capable of doing on map 1. Icebox, so close, so tight. Really, on the edge of it. And here's the thing. Zeke, after beating FPX, said in an interview, we're not even close to the form we were. And he himself said, I'm not even as close, as good as I was during Champions. But here it comes. Entry garnered. Artist takes out Monster. One after another falls. The 11-3 is absolutely about to come.
It feels like it's really the beginning of the end here.
Yeah.
And a grand opportunity
I have the spike.
for FPX, Fun Plus Phoenix, to be greeting Mech, the lower bracket round 2,
This would be a
for
wonderful
a
game.
fight to make it into Masters.
It would be a wonderful game. It would be a wonderful game if we see that. But Ascend still can fight. They're more than capable of doing so.
We thought this was a one-sided show for Ascend, the first map on Haven.
Absolutely.
Then something changed. It looked close on the second, but this is something completely different.
And man, Ascend was fighting this season so hard. I mean, they outside of OG London United, they always dropped a map against FPX, against G2, against Focus. Fine, whatever. But they were constantly evolving. They were fighting. They were getting better. And FPX, in the meantime, for a moment, when they lost against Ascend during the group stage, I was like, okay, this could be iffy. Are they down in a downward spiral? But here we go. Dark Soap, a very aggressive stance top middle, and that is a legit power-up, that entry. But instantly traded.
Indeed, indeed. I think
here comes
FPX
the
are happy
TP.
about it. And then CNED finds a wallbang. Okay, that's interesting. 3-on-3 though. So he gets to look to close up this gap. Oh, and he might be able to find more.
Spike down B.
Silent but violent.
Absolutely. It fits perfectly. The description fits perfectly. And they make one move swiftly towards the B side. There are not many options left for Ascend, so let's take the room we have.
This is FPX. They're going to find themselves on map and series point, and that's exactly what they do. CNED to his grave, and so the rest of Ascend. This round could determine it all.
Gun here.
9 rounds of difference, but only one to differentiate FPX from outright victory.
And Ascend take their final timeout. Their final timeout. The last chance to talk about how you want to survive another 9 rounds. I mean, that already sounds surreal, doesn't it?
It sounds like a situation they should have never been in the first place, but it's too late to look back now. and you need answers, and you're just not getting them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was so much promise on that first map, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just remembering Haven all over again. CNET's performance, Monster's positions. Zeke coming up clutch a couple of times.
I mean, not only that. At one point, we talked about a 9-5 half on Icebox. There was like the big opportunity.
Yeah, 8-4 half.
And they lost 5 in a row on Icebox, bring themselves over Breeze. 9 in a row from FPX. And Acend getting eliminated like that would be... I think dramatic is possibly a word.
I think FPX have just broken Acend.
They are doing everything right. They're doing so many good moves and good steps in the right direction. And Zippin with that aggression wants to end it. Finds one, but CNET has a reply.
Angel aggresses so far in, really gives Acend no chance to bring out their own play here. They're the ones that are dictating the pace, and they're on the defensive. Somehow runs away with a kill, which keeps them on top in numbers. Artist repositions, and there's no way they read his Prowler. That's all important. Not able to find the kill, which means that keeps his team in the game. This is still doable for Acend, at least this round.
They have to keep that dream alive for 9 more times. 9 more, and then they even have to step it over in overtime.
But still, they need to close out this round.
Oh, yeah. And that's not
even
easy.
there yet. No. Especially when Shower's got this strong position. Seized in place.
Oh, that's good.
Decayed. Oh, CNET connects
Hello?
the shot.
What?
Oh!
What?
How
What?
does that
What
even
happened?
happen?
Defenders win.
FPX 13-3. Magnificently dominant. Take down Acend and knock them out of VCT NA.